Hey, welcome back to the leveling guide. Today's episode is going to be a fun one. We got a lot of levels to cover. We're going 50 to 100. So normally if you're on Levistras, you just be banging out marketplace quests right now because that's going to get you through the 50s and 60s pretty easily. But let's hit some 50 plus options anyway and just see what's out there. Faces the mukkir, so the 100 plus version, I typically do that one. I've actually never done this one, so just going into it blind without melee D, it should be fun. Okay, so not bad. The usual eaters, Viamantians, nobody volning, which is nice. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, like 14.8 mil, that's pretty good. Alright, next I'm gonna hit up defensive zaikhal copper, the low version. First we're gonna talk to this NPC, Robert Gut Smasher, and pick up the Viamantian Man-at-Arms KT. Yo, and who's this? We just got a two-hander pulled up, going crazy. So I'm gonna quick make a fellowship. We can share kills and get this done faster. So nice, chance encounter to squad up. Advantage of playing on a server where there's actual humans playing and not bots. Yeah, so we got void rings, we got summons, we got the two-hander cleaving. We're kind of going crazy, I'm not gonna lie. This is the fizzle, so I think I am gonna spec void when I can. I think that would be the play while leveling. Alright, and shout out to Zidreen Primoris, thank you for the fellowship, bro. Wow, so 3 levels just from the KT. And the quest turn-in brings us up to 60. Alright, at 60, we're gonna grab some sake from the bar. A, because I need a drink after doing like 50 levels of Boomer Facility Hub quests. And B, so the drunken madman here could summon us a portal of first contact. And when you get to this side of the fort, there's a little hole you can do low tap jumps to get through. Cool, but before turning in, we're going to chain this into 2 quests in Sawato, Soul Hunter, and burrow. Cool, then we can surface to burrow, which is a quick and easy quest that people chain together with first contact for the turn-in. Alright, and also at 60 plus we have access to the khayyaban matron hive. If you remember the Nanto hive from our last video, the layout is the same. It's like straight, left, right, that's it. There's gonna be 2 more that unlock at level 90 and 120. They're some of the best quests for their level range, so I recommend getting familiar with this layout. And also at 60 plus we unlock layer 3 of olthoi chasm. Sometime in the mid-60s, low 70s as a mage, you should have the spellcraft to start casting 7s. It's going to be a little higher for characters who aren't 100 focused self. So you can either try to pick these up through loot yourself, or maybe you have a wealthy benefactor like a patron helping you out. These defensive zaikhal quests, even with melee D, can be a little tricky, but I got some tricks up my sleeve. Another quick and easy one for good XP is Baijin's Delivery. At 65, I hit Frozen Fury, which is a pretty cool dungeon and good XP. Then I hit Jahannan's Vault for the Fire Atlan Stone. And if you're on Levistras playing a build that might want Atlans, the 60s is the time to do them because it's an extra marketplace reward as well. Sword of Bellenesse is, I think, any level, but 70 plus and being able to self-buff with 7s is a pretty good time to try it. Cool, and this is going to be one of the better XP for time quests, all the way up to 150 really. So after a few MP quests and some repeat dailies, we're up to 79 and got Aun Ralirea skill credit. I also take a trip to Asheron's castle to spec void magic. Now with spec void and a higher level golem summon, I take on the Aetheria quest. Nice, and if you do it right, you'll see a blue slot above the character in my inventory just opened up. Next we're heading back by Bob Gutsmash and talking to Jedith Eckert for Of Trust and Betrayal. Probably why Viamantians were unsuccessful in conquering Dareth, they can't open doors. Bunch of goobers, man. Let me get oriented real quick. There we go. Tip for V-Sense, once you're targeting the boss that you want, go ahead and hit add selected. That'll make it easier to find them in the future. My summon just wasn't doing it, I was having trouble aiming, so I decided let me come in here and stand on business. Awesome, now we're up to 80 plus, a lot of options unlock. Balor's Rescue would be one of the best if you can handle it. It's basically all hollow illusions and rock throwers that hit really hard. If you take your time and can make it past the rock throwers, it's not that bad, but of course I'm just going to rush this final boss with no melee D, because how else would I do it? Cool, so for balors, we get an extra marketplace turn-in for the fur with an extra chance to salvage. +80, we unlock another layer of olthoi chasm. This could be tough because we haven't really upgraded armor at all, but okay, not too bad. Zaikhal gold, and yeah, without melee D, these are getting pretty tough. Playing is somewhat safe. Some tomfoolery to get him by himself. Next, heading to Aun Ralirea for ishaq cellar. This is a quick do or die where a lot of people die, to be fair. I see a lot of corpses down there. And again, with no melee D, it's always going to be a little more interesting, so let's give it a shot. Did this thing where I buffered a slow loot, and then I'm trying to decide because I really don't want to use my Tusker gem here. Typically portal recall, but yeah, good call because I was acid vuln. Just get out of there. It's like weirdly indecisive there. I think my brain just stopped working when I had to do like the regular loot animation. Still near Aun Ralirea, I surfaced to the head of Baron entemarre quest. It's pretty cool, like fortress to get to run through. At 85+, I'm checking out the painbringer quest on Tusker Island. Okay, coming back to this tunnel to loot, probably a bad call because I'm seeing this crazy traffic jam on my radar. Level 86, I'm going to take on Glendenwood Invasion low. It's always been one of my favorite quests and some pretty good rewards. Some of these at 80 plus, especially in the marketplace, are definitely meant for a small group, so no shame in asking people to group up. And again, if you're on Levistras, those marketplace quests are going to be the fastest to level. Not all of them are great or worth it. Some of them you have to find like a random spawning item and, I skip over those. But for the most part, yeah. Alright, it would be sick if I had a lightning summon. Unchained Knight is kind of a tank, but fire is what we got, and we'll make it work. Then I went and tried Renegade Mace quest. I'd actually never done this one, and turned out to be not a big deal, just melee damage. +90 plus unlocks the next level of Matron Hive, and again, these are identical. +90 plus, we're going with fiun spellcasting gloves. I hit Blightfinger near Aun Ralirea and it was super easy. Could have done this at 70, it just wasn't on my radar. Not bad though, it's like 23 mil XP. At like 95 plus, I decided to stop and do some of the Whispering Blade faction quests. And these actually weren't in the server when it would have mattered to me, so I've never done these. It's my first time. And to be honest, like, I was not impressed. Like, I probably should have started on them earlier, because just the amount of backtracking and shit was not that fun at my level. Sim infiltrators, on the other hand, awesome. Short, sweet, to the point, and some of the best XP. It's also a marketplace turn in for the orb. Just to note that you want to do these at 95 plus to get the max scaling out of them. I mean, you can earlier, but just for the max XP. Alright, then at 99, I'm going to hit Black Pages. It's a marketplace quest. It's one you want to get familiar with if you're playing a melee. Not much to say about it, just grabbing some paper from a podium. Cool, then I'm just going to marketplace recall right in their face, and if they don't like it, that's tough. I mean, what are you going to do? Hell yeah, and that brings us to 100. Alright, and we made it. There's a lot of material to cover, a lot of gaming. If you wanted more, sorry, you're gonna have to wait until next time. You have never died? Alright, that's cap. I've definitely died a lot, just not on this character. Anyway, I think next episode we're going 100 to 150, so I can't wait to join you guys then. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And most importantly, have an awesome rest of your day.